Good morning, children. Welcome back to mathematics class. Hope you all are taking a good care of yourself. Children, in today's lecture, I am going to discuss the solutions of all the test questions which were asked in the previous lecture based on chapter number 5, arithmetic progression. So let us start discussion of the solutions of the questions. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 5, arithmetic progression. Solutions of test questions. So children, the very first question of section A of 1 marker was the nth term of an AP is 5, 2, minus 1, minus 4, minus 7 and so on is. You have to just tell the nth term of the given AP and its solution is, here children, you will be having the AP given. You know the very first term is known as A. So A is equal to 5. D, common difference. How do we calculate common difference? A2 minus A1. That is 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 3. Children, in this question we have to calculate the nth term. That is An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. What is A? 5 plus n we do not know because we have to calculate the nth term. So n will be considered as n will be considered as n only. It will be n minus 1 into the common difference is minus 3. So let us simplify it. It will be 5 minus 3n plus 3. So that would become 8 minus 3n. So which one is the right option? That is C is the right option. Now question number 2 is the 10th term from the end of the AP minus 5, minus 10, minus 15 and so on up to minus 1000 is dash. So let us go for the solution of this question. So children, as we have to calculate the 10th term from the end, so I told you that we have to convert AP also. We have to write AP in the reverse order. So what will be the required order for AP? So required AP is equal to minus 1000 and so on, then minus 15, minus 10 and minus 5. Fine. So A will be definitely minus 1000. D, that is the common difference. How do we calculate, children? Succeeding term minus preceding. So it would be minus 5 minus of minus 10 is equal to minus 5 plus 10, that is equal to 5. Children, we will have to calculate the 10th term. So we used to write it like A10 is equal to A plus 9D. Just substitute the value of A and D over here. You will be getting minus 1000 plus 9 into 5. So apply board mass. You have to go for the multiplication first. 9 5s are 45 and this is minus 1000. Subtracting 45 from 1000, but sign will be minus. Why? Because the bigger value is with a negative sign. Okay. So it will be minus 955. So which is the right option? A option is the right option. Now children, the third question is find the sum of 12 terms of an AP whose nth term is given by An is equal to 3n plus 4. We will have to calculate the sum of first 12 terms of this AP whose nth term you will be having. So children, there are basically two ways to solve this question. Way number 1 I am telling you and way number 2 I will tell you orally. You will be having the nth term given, that is An is equal to 3n plus 4. You are just going to calculate A1, A2 while putting the value n is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2 respectively. So when I put n is equal to 1, I got, children, A1 is equal to 7 and A2 is equal to 10. So definitely what would be the common difference? A2 minus A1. That would give you 10 minus 7 is equal to 3. Now children, as I have to calculate the sum of first 12 terms of the AP, so the formula for calculating the sum is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Children, you know n is equal to 12. So wherever you will be having n, you are just going to insert 12 there. A, you know, A is what? The very first term, that was A1 actually, that is known as A also. So that is 7 and D is common difference 3. So while substituting the values, I have got 12 by 2 into 2 into 7 plus 11 into 3. Apply board mass. This will be 6 into 14 plus 33. That is 6 into 47 is equal to 282. Correct, students? Suppose if you have not applied this formula, then you could go with another formula also, that is Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus an. Children, you know you will be having an given. This is an given and a we have just calculated, and at place of n you could put 12 because we are going to calculate the sum of first 12 terms. Understood, students? So C is the right option of this question. Now children, fourth MCQ is, if A, B, C are in AP, then we have to just find the value of A minus B upon B minus C. Correct, students? Here is its solution. Since A, B and C are in AP, then children, you know very well, because A, B, C are in AP, so we can say that the common difference must be same. So can we write B minus A is equal to C minus B? You just bring this C minus B on left hand side. Can I write it like this, C minus B into 1? So I am going to bring C minus B on left hand side, so it must be divided. This is equal to 1. Taking minus 1 common from numerator as well as from denominator. So it would become B minus A will become A minus B and C minus B will become B minus A, along with minus 1 taking common. Minus 1 and minus 1 are going to be cancelled. So what is the value of A minus B upon B minus C? That is equal to 1, and this is option number A. Correct, students? Now fifth MCQ is, the nth term of an AP is given by an is equal to 3 plus 4n. You will have to just find out the common difference. This is very simple question. When you know about the nth term, that is an is equal to 3 plus 4n, you have to just tell the common difference. So what I am going to do, children? First of all, I will be calculating A1, then A2, and of course A2 minus A1 will give me common difference. So let us substitute the value n is equal to 1 to calculate A1. So after calculating, I will be getting 7 and A2 is equal to 11. So 11 minus 7 will give you the common difference. So what would be the answer? The answer is 4, which is option number C. Now children, sixth MCQ is, if the common difference of an AP is 3, then you have to evaluate A20 minus A15. And its solution is D, that is common difference is equal to 3 given. Children, you know how can we write A20 using generalized form? That is A plus 19D. This minus will remain outside. And A15 can be written as A plus 14D. Take this minus sign inside the bracket. We will be getting A plus 19D minus A minus 14D. So plus A and minus A are going to be cancelled. So we will be getting 5D. Correct? This is 19D minus 14D will give you 5D. So now just to put the value D is equal to 3 over here. So the answer will be 15, and which option is correct? C. Now seventh MCQ is, you have to just tell the next term of the AP, root 18, comma root 50, comma root 98. Here is its solution. Children, you know we can write root 18 as 3 root 2. How? Can I write root 18 as 9 into 2 whole under root? So definitely 9 is a perfect square. It must come out from the root. It will become 3 and root 2 will remain. 2 will remain inside the under root only. So it will be 3 root 2. In the same manner, we can write 50 also, that is 25 into 2. So you will be getting 5 root 2. In the same manner, we can write 98 also. When I am going to go for the prime factorization of root 98, I will be getting 7 root 2 because it will be 49 into 2. Correct, students? Now as we have to calculate the next term, you please observe this AP. This is 3 root 5, then 3 root 2, 5 root 2, 7 root 2 and so on. So this is 3, 5, 7 and root 2 is coming with each and every term. So definitely next one we have to take the next odd number, that will be 9 root 2. But as we have to give the answer like this, so I am going to go for the whole square of this 9 root 2. It will be 81 into 2. So you will be getting whole under root 162. Correct, students? And this is C option, which is correct one. Fine. Now next MCQ question number 8 is, if P minus 1, comma P plus 3, comma 3P minus 1 are in AP, we will have to just calculate the value of P. Here is its solution. Solution number 8. because p minus 1 comma p plus 3 comma 3p minus 1, they are in AP. As they are in AP, so children, you know that their common difference must be same. So let us take the common difference succeeding, that is p plus 3, minus preceding, that is p minus 1, must be equal to 3p minus 1 minus p plus 3. Correct? So enter this minus sign. This minus sign will enter inside the bracket. We will be getting p plus 3 minus p plus 1 is equal to 3p minus 1 minus p minus 3. Plus p and minus p are going to be cancelled over here. So we have got 4 is equal to, this is 3p minus p, you will be getting 2p, and minus 1 minus 3 you will be getting minus 4. So 2p is equal to 4 plus 4, that is 8. So what is the value of p? P is equal to 4, which is actually option number A is the right option. Fine. Now children, 9th MCQ is, which term of the AP 21, 18, 15 is 0? So as I explained you, whenever it is demanded that which term is 0, you always have to find out, let the 0 be the nth term, or I should say the nth term be 0. So let nth term, that is an, is equal to 0. But before that we will have to just calculate a, as we will be having the AP series given. So a is equal to 21 and the common difference will be 18 minus 21, that is minus 3. Correct, students? So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 0. Put a is equal to 21 plus n minus 1 into d is equal to minus 3 is equal to 0. So this 21 is going on right hand side, it would become minus 21, and this minus 3 is multiplying with n minus 1, must be divided. So it will become n minus 1 is equal to minus 21 upon minus 3. Minus and minus are going to be cancelled. So 3 7s are 21. So what is the value of n? N is equal to 8, which is option number C. Now the last MCQ, that is question number 10, is, if the sum of first n terms of an AP is 2n square plus 5n, we will have to just calculate S20. Means we have to calculate the sum of first 20 terms of AP. Fine. So children, this is very simple. Sn you know means sum of first n terms you know, that is 2n square plus 5n. We will have to calculate S20. So wherever we will be having n, we are going to insert 20 over there. So it will be 2 into 20 whole square plus 5 into 20. That is 2 into 400 plus 100, because 25 will give you 100. Now apply board mass. 400 into 2 will give you 800 plus 100, that is 900, which is actually B option. Fine, students. Now children, I have discussed all 1 markers, which were all basically MCQs. Now I am going to switch to section B, question number 11, 2 markers each. In an AP given A12 is equal to 37, D, which is the common difference, is equal to 3. You have to just calculate A and the sum of first 12 terms of the AP. So children, as you have been given A12 is equal to 37. So using generalized form, we can write A plus 11D is equal to 37. Common difference we have D is equal to 3. Just to put this value D is equal to 3 in this equation, which is basically A plus 11D is equal to 37. So through there I am going to calculate A. It will be A plus 11 into 3 is equal to 37. That is A plus 33 is equal to 37. So A is equal to 4. Now children, we have calculated A and we have to calculate S12 as well. Fine. So we have to find S12. For that children, you can come to know what is N. N is equal to 12. A we have just calculated, A is equal to 4. So A12 means the last term that has been given to you is equal to 37. So which formula will suit to us to calculate S12? First of all, Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus last term, that is An. A you know 4 plus last term means A12. So A12 is 37, which is equal to S12. Okay? So it would become 12 upon 2 into 4 plus 37. That is 6 into 41. So what would be the answer? 246. Now we are going to switch to question number 12. Find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. So using the given situation, first of all, we should try to form an AP, and after that we can calculate the sum of the odd numbers which are coming between 0 and 50. So children, here is the solution. Odd numbers between 0 and 50 are 1, 3, 5, of course you have to reach up to 49, because it is said that you have to go for the odd numbers which comes between 0 and 50. Fine. So which form an AP? Of course they are going to form AP. Children, you can see A is equal to 1 and the last term, that is AN, is equal to 49. And what is the common difference? 3 minus 5 minus 3 will give you 2. 3 minus 1 will give you 2. So the common difference is 2. So let N be the number of terms in the AP. AN is equal to 49 because we will be having last term given, that is 49. So the formula is A plus N minus 1 into D is equal to 49. What is A? A is equal to 1 and D is equal to 2. So I am going to substitute these values. It would become 1 plus N minus 1 into 2 is equal to 49. So that is 2 into N minus 1 is equal to 49, and this plus 1 will go on right hand side. It would become minus 1. So 49 minus 1 is equal to 48. Fine. N minus 1 is equal to 48 upon 2. This 2 will be divided, is equal to 24. So what is N? N is equal to 25. Because children, we were asked to find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. Until or unless we know how many odd numbers are there, we cannot calculate their sum. Fine. So that's why N we have calculated first, because N shows the number of terms basically. Means there will be total 25 odd numbers between 0 and 50. Correct. Now we have to calculate Sn. That is, we have to calculate S25. Fine, because they are 25 in number. So formula is N by 2 into A plus L. L is nothing but the last term. Children, you know last term we have been given, that is An is equal to 49. Fine. And A, of course we know, that is 1. So it would become 25 upon 2 into 1 plus 49. That is 25 upon 2 into 50. After cancelling, you will be getting the product as 625. So this is the sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50. Now children, our next question is from section C, 3 marker each. If sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49 and that of 17 term is 289, we will have to calculate sum of first n terms. So children, as in this question we don't know, because AP is not given to us. Fine, we don't know what is AP. So we are going to assume the first term as well as the common difference. So let A be the first term and D be the common difference. According to question, sum of first 7 terms, mean we can write it like S7 is equal to 49, and sum of first 17 term, that is S17, is equal to 289. Now how to calculate S7? The formula is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So at place of n we are writing 7. 7 by 2 into 2a plus 7 minus 1 into d is equal to 49. 7 by 2 into 2a plus 6d is equal to 49. Taking 2 as common, so I have got 7 into a plus 3d is equal to 49. A plus 3d is equal to 49 upon 7, that is 7. So I have got equation number 1 from S7 is equal to 49. Similarly, now from S17 is equal to 289. This is 17 by 2 into 2a plus 17 minus 1 into d is equal to 289. So it would become 2a plus 16d into 17 upon 2 is equal to 289. Taking 2 as common, that 2 is going to be cancelled with this denominator 2. So I will be getting a plus 8d is equal to 289 upon 17, which is equal to 17. Now children, I have got two equation. Equation number 2 is a plus 8d is equal to 17. And equation number 1 is a plus 3d is equal to 7. So let us eliminate a, because the numerical coefficient of a is same over here. Fine. So I am going to subtract equation number 1 from equation number 2. After subtracting, I have got 5d is equal to 10, that is d is equal to 2. Put the value of d in equation number 1. That is a plus 3 into 2 is equal to 7. A plus 6 is equal to 7. So what is A? A is equal to 1. Children, we have been given, now we have calculated A as well as D. Fine. We are asked to find out the sum of first n terms. So that is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Put the value of a as well as d over here. It will be n by 2 because n will remain n only. Into 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into 2. So it would become 2 plus 2n minus 2. This 2 and 2 are going to be cancelled. Now what is left inside the bracket? Only 2n. Then this 2 is going to be cancelled with this denominator 2. So I have got n into n, that is n square. This is actually the sum of finding the sum of first n terms of AP. Correct? Now children, I am going to switch to section D, 4 markers each. Question number 14. A sum of rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes to students of a school for their overall academic performance. If each prize is rupees 20 less than its preceding prize, then you have to find out the value of each of the prizes. Now its solution is, here you will be having rupees 700 given, which is to be distributed among 7 candidates, those who have basically performed well. Fine. So here rupees 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes. So let the value of the first prize be A. Then you have to tell the value of the second prize. As it is given in the question that each prize is 20 less than its preceding prize. So definitely it would become A minus 20. And third prize will be again 20 less than A minus 20. So it would become A minus 40 and so on. Now what is the very first term? First term is of course A, which was the very first cash prize. And how to calculate common difference, children? It would be A minus 20. This is term number 2 minus A. So it would become minus 20. Fine. And we will be having the total cash prize is given, which is equal to 700 rupees. So it will become S7, because this is the total sum given, is equal to 700. Let us recall the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Put the value n is equal to 7 over here, and at place of a, what will you write? You will write a, of course, and the common difference will be minus 20. So it would become 7 by 2 into 2a plus 7 minus 1, this is n minus 1 actually, into minus 20 is equal to 700. Let us simplify the bracket. This is 2a plus 6 into minus 20 into 7 by 2 is equal to 700. So this is 2a minus 120, because 20 into 6 will give you 120 with minus sign, is equal to 700. This 7 by 2 is multiplying, will be divided. That would become 2 by 7 is equal to, after simplifying it, I have got 200. So 2a is equal to 200 plus 120, because this is minus 120 on left hand side. It would become plus 120 on right hand side, that is equal to 320. So a is equal to 160. So hence the value of the first prize is 160, and the next one will be 20 rupees less than the preceding one, that will be 140. Then the third one will be 120. Fourth prize will be of rupees 100. Fifth prize will be of rupees 80. And the value of sixth prize will be rupees 60. And ultimately at the last, the value of the seventh prize will be rupees 40. Fine, students? Now children, this is last question of 4 mark. Question number 15. A ladder has rungs 25 centimeter apart. The rungs decrease uniformly in length from 45 centimeter at the bottom to 25 centimeter at the top. If the top and the bottom rungs are 2 whole 1/2 meters apart, then what is the length of the wood required for the rungs? Children, here is the diagram. Please understand this question. These are the rungs basically, where a person used to keep his feet so that he can climb up. Fine. Okay. Now, what is given in the question? That The gap between two consecutive rung is 25 centimeter, children. You can see over here. And the distance between the top rung, whose length is 25 centimeter, and the bottom rung, whose length is 45 centimeter, is 2 whole 1/2 meters. Children, as you can see that rest of the units are in centimeter, but the total distance is given in meters. So first of all, we need to convert it. So convert meter into centimeter. You know 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So go for the mixed, this is mixed fraction given, go for its improper. It would become 5/2 meter is equal to 5/2 into 100 centimeter. So that would give you 250 centimeter is the total distance between the top and the bottom rung. Fine. So children, I have already explained you because we will have to calculate the length of the wood required for the rungs. So until or unless we know about the number of rungs, we cannot calculate the length of the wood required for the rungs. So first of all, we will have to calculate the number of rungs. That would be total distance divided by distance between two rungs plus 1. The concept of plus 1 I have already explained you. First of all, you will be having the total distance given, that is 250 centimeter, upon the distance between two rungs, that is 25 centimeter. So let us recall, why did we add this one? Children, either you have to add the top rung or the bottom rung. Fine. I explained you, basically I drew total 11 rungs. Okay. Then and only then, while adding the distance between two consecutive rungs, total were there basically when we added them. When we added the distance between the 11 rungs, then and only then we were going to get the total distance that was equal to 250 centimeter. Correct? Children, either in that you could say that you included the bottom rung or you included the top rung. Fine? So here the number of rungs will be 11. Now we will have to calculate the length of the wood which is required for the rungs. So what we have to do? We have to calculate the sum of the length of 11 rungs only. Fine. So what is the formula? Sn is equal to n/2 into a plus l. Here a, you know, that is the length of the bottom rung, which is 45 centimeter. And l is the length of the top rung, which is equal to 25 centimeter. So what we are going to calculate? We are going to calculate basically S11. It would become 11/2 into, what is this? This is a plus, this is last term, that is 25. So 45 plus 25 will give you 70. It would be 11/2 into 70. 2 ones are 2, 2 35s are 70. 35 into 11 will give you 385 centimeters. Fine. So hence the length of the rungs length of the wood required for the rungs is 385 centimeters. And one more thing I want to add in it, children, you know that the length of the rungs, they are going to form AP. Why? Because the consecutive, the difference between two consecutive rungs is 25 centimeters. So that is equal in each and every case. So what can we say? That the given rungs are basically going to form AP. Fine, students? Hope you may have done very well in your test. Fine, students? So suppose if you have committed few errors, then children, you are supposed to do the corrections, because now I have discussed each and every question of the test with you. So what is your mathematics homework? Your homework is you have to just do the corrections of the test, and along with it, children, in next lecture I am going to start with a new chapter, that is chapter number 7, coordinate geometry. You have to just read the summary of this chapter number 7 from NCERT 2 times. Fine, students? And children, after correcting your paper, please do not forget to paste them in your homework. Paste it in your homework notebook. Fine, students? So that's it for the day. Please do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you and have a nice day.